Welcome back, everybody. We're going to talk about DragonHeir Silent Gods and what's going on with the game. Tomorrow, we're going to get double drop rate on all legendary forge material. So that's all your gear as well as your positive and negative runes. Anything we craft legendary wise, we're going to get double drop rate for it. And if you don't know where that's at, come over here, click on this little thing, and you can see what's going on for the season. Like, this is following everything that happens in this season. And we're going to talk about seasons too, because I really want your idea on what's going on with seasons. And then they're doing some kind of update tomorrow that's going to be like this huge update. But in 13 hours, I say huge update. We'll see if it's a huge update. In 13 hours from now, we're going to have legendary forged material drop rate increased. I think I did say double a minute ago. So that doesn't mean double. I'm sorry. It just means an increase. So make sure you're saving up your stamina. I got a lot of stamina in my backpack. I've got stamina from the journey levels that I haven't collected yet. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, spend all my stamina, try to get some gear because I'm still not in legendary gear. This game's been out for a month. I want to talk to you about what's going on after the month of me playing this game, what they're saying about an update for tomorrow, and just your ideas of what these seasons are going to be all about. We got a Vortex boss increase in 12 days. I'm not excited about that. I think that if you have something in place in a game like this, that you keep it standard as far as, let me explain that. If you have a boss, right, and you're fighting that boss, you keep that one difficulty of that boss always the same. You don't increase it, and people, they don't know what's going on. If you have different difficulties of that boss, like if I have easy, medium, hard, then we know if we jump up into those, we're going to have different rewards, and it's going to be harder to fight those bosses. But I really don't like how the boss just increases throughout the season. I think this is very bad for the game. I think that most players won't even know why it's happening because they might not be on this page. And even when you read that it's happening, it just doesn't make sense that it's happening. Like, why does it need to increase? It really doesn't make sense. You just add more rewards for the people who are doing really well on it. Those higher up damages, just add more reward tiers and give people like top 100 who are, trying to fight for that first place, first through 10 through 50, however they're doing it, just give them more rewards for doing well and keep them competing against each other, spending money, working on getting more gear, buying stamina, whatever they got to do, right, to get better. But you don't go and increase the boss that has no additional difficulties and really trip things up, because people just don't know what's going on. They see that happening. They come in the next day, 12 days from now, this Vortex boss is going up, and people are going to start what is going on? Like, they're not going to know. And it's just I think it's really bad to have in a game like this. The Otherworld exploration, we don't know what that is. 28 days from now, that's going to happen. So that's 2 months into our 3-month season. That's going to happen at the very end. So I hope it's really exciting, whatever this is. And then our trip ends. That'll be it for the season in 62 days. So for now, I just want to tell you to save your stamina for tomorrow because I want to see what that increased drop rate is like. And it's all for the forge, any kind of legendary forge material, it says. So be prepared for that. What they said yesterday was that on June 21st, which is tomorrow for me, there's going to be a major update adding several features in response to community feedback. We don't know what those are. We don't know of any of the features, but I hope they're really cool. I hope it's things to make people want to play seasons. And that's what I really need to talk to you about. Like, what is going to encourage me to want to play a season? They also said on the 22nd, the last CBT2 server will be open. This is the very last server. They're going to close all server entry after this. Everybody can play the game and play it till global launch. But on the 25th, there will no longer be new player registration or new player creation on any server. Actually, on the 24th, the game will no longer be available to download. So that's it. I mean, that's the last server. So if you want to go over on that last server that they make and create a new character on it, that way you have that character if you just want to play. Like if you're a person that plays all these different servers, go ahead and create it there. We're fine. Anybody playing the game right now, you'll be able to play until global launch, but nobody else will be able to join the game, which I think is a little bit weird because they've been advertising this game. If you've been watching YouTube, you've seen them advertise for this. Like every time I jump on YouTube, I just see it pop up. DragonHeir Silent Gods, and they're showing the whole entire game, and it's really exciting to see that they're advertising for it, but now they're not going to let anybody else join the game. I don't know if that's going to work for us on this one, but let's go. At least have something in the background while I'm talking about this. So yeah, that's it. No new players will not be able to join after June 25th. And whatever they're doing for these updates, we'll know tomorrow or the following day for it. And we just don't have any details for that. I really want to know your thoughts on the seasons and the game so far. Do you enjoy the game? I do enjoy the game. I think it's a good game. I'm just confused where they're going to have the enjoyment, where they're going to have the incentive for me to want to play a season. I'm free to play. I've got 1 legendary. I've summoned 19 gold. And that's by using my gems, saving up my gems and using those. I'm going to have another 10 pull in about a day or two. I'm almost at 3,500. So that 10 pull will put me at 29 for a month. So if I can do that, I'll have almost 90 for the season. And they said you're going to get somewhere around 100. So 90 for the season, I think is pretty good as far as gold dice go. I pulled 1 legendary and then I got 1 legendary Erich that we get from going through the story mode. And I'm fine with that. I've gotten some really cool epics. I'm using those. I've gotten some cool rares that work out well, but a lot of people aren't happy about that. They want to see the chance to at least be able to get a legendary, right? Even if they don't get a legendary, they want to know that when they open that purple shard, there's a really small chance to get a legendary. And people just want legendaries in general. Like the first week, the first 2 weeks, they want to be able to see that they're getting legendary dice or an actual legendary hero. And instead, they just keep getting these purples, and they might not be saving up all their gems to do some summons with. I only refresh once a day. That's 50 gems, and then I save the rest to be able to buy some gold dice. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gold dice. I'd have like 9 opened maybe for 3 months instead of the 29 I'm going to be at in a few days. It'd be pretty sad. So you got to save up, and I don't think that's a good thing to do. I don't think it's a good thing to put it in the hands of the player. You should be handing out less gems to them and more gold dice to them. That way they see that gold dice, I think, and they'll feel better about it because they've got a chance to get a legendary, maybe a really cool epic. I feel like that's better. But then going on to the reset phase of this, to a brand new season, I don't have great gear right now. I feel like my gear is really underwhelming. Every time I get something legendary and crafted over in the Forge, it doesn't have the good main stat I want. I'm not even worried about substats right now. I'm just trying to get good main stats, right? Good main stats on those gloves, good main stats on those chests so I can throw them around to all my different, if I need HP here, attack there. I'm just trying to find those. And it's going to take me a while to do that. Then we're going to reset. And when we reset, the next season is going to have different affinities for our heroes. We're going to have maybe different affinities for these bosses. I don't know if there's going to be different bosses, but what's going to be the real drive to make me want to play the game? Like, why do I've got these new heroes now, right? They're all level 1. I can kind of be like, okay, cool. I've got this group that I'm going to put together and go through the game. It's probably going to look a lot like this group, right? Something like this group. It's not going to look too crazy different depending on how the dungeons are. And we always need heals. Like right now I'm running 2 healers, a shielder, a tank, and another DPS healer in the back with Vresh. So I'm just trying to heal and tank through this all, do DPS so slowly. This is on stage 8, by the way. I'm still using the same team I used to show you guys how to get legendary gear as free to play. It's working for me, but I don't think I'm going to be like way out there in gear by the time the season resets. New season, I look at what I've got. They give me some new dice to roll. I get some new gold dice, some new purple dice. I'm rolling those dice, and then I'm off to start this journey all over again. To me, it doesn't sound that exciting. Now with the new season, we're going to have all the D&D characters come into the game. I'm sure we're going to have some really cool different events into the game instead of the ones that we're just getting right now, the rolling stamina events, which are great. Don't get me wrong. I love those rolling stamina events. If we didn't have those, man, we wouldn't have any stamina. And I'm surprised this company doesn't just sell stamina. They should. If they want to make money, they should have some really cool stamina packs, which again might come out at global launch along with some other really cool events. So I'll have to wait to see what global launch is going to happen. I'm still going to be playing the game, so I'll play through it and see what that season is about. But if that season is pretty much, if I have the same feeling, not what the season actually holds for me, but if I have the same feeling about that season as I do about this season, I don't know if I'm going to want to do a 3rd season just to do this all over again. It's a little bit weird, but I hope it works out. I don't mind something different in a game like this. We don't have those kind of seasons, so I'm interested to see what they can bring. But as far as it is so far with the limited, we're limited in the beginning. We can't go, we get stuck. Our journey level stops us. Everything stops us in the beginning of the game, which is very annoying. I think if they took all that away, it would feel much better. It would flow better for people starting new seasons and might make it to where it's not as much of a pity thing, right? For us to do. It's not so pitiful for us to run through there and have to start a new season. But we still got to farm that gear back, which is the intent, right? The intent is to have all that gear go away, and then we have to re-farm gear. And they said they were going to make it easier to get gear. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that it's easier to get gear. I feel like it's just as hard for me to get gear here as in any game. We've got 2 seconds left, and we beat her. Nice. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. That's enough of all of this. I'm excited to play the game. Yes, I'm excited for some double drops tomorrow. No, I keep saying double increased drops tomorrow. Maybe I can get 5. If I can get 5, that's a legendary piece every single run. That'll really increase my my gear sets for sure for all my guys. Because right now I'm rocking just epic stuff still. Like every single one of my guys, epic. And I'm doing stage 8. There's only stage 9, so I feel like I'm doing pretty damn good with all epic and some rare pieces on here as well. But let me know your thoughts on everything so far. Appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.